Hello, Daniel.
Hello.
Okay, and let me. So, Daniel, okay, I think you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, so this is in short what I have been trying to do, although I cannot say that the code that is produced almost uh, error-free, but I think I managed to somehow kill most of the issues that we was facing. So, actually, I mean, the table that you created when you created the table users, um, you created it and you tied it to the student ID. So when you did that, um, that produced an error, and I was not able to fix that error. So I needed to actually break the connection between the users table and the student table. Um, okay, let me try to I mean, if you can remember the issue that we was facing last time, and we didn't manage to find a solution for it. Can you remember that?
Yeah, we cannot actually put save we save
In a
the
registered
use
user,
yeah
right?
emergency user in the user, but cannot they did not save at the teachers table or at the parents tables, etc. Right?
Exactly. So the reason for that, I mean, I'm not sure if it me created this users table or it was created as part of your project site. I cannot really know because we changed the code many times. But anyhow, what was happening so that you just to know, although maybe too much details might not be needed at the moment. So this associated ID was only tied. So this is a foreign key, and this was tied because okay, if you use the constraints that is available to you in SQL, so you actually tie this, you're able to tie the foreign key, this key, with one key in one table. And it's I mean, somehow for some reason, that associated key was tied only to the student ID. So when we tried to create a teacher, we are able to insert maybe something inside the teacher, but we fail to insert inside the users. We manage only to insert or to create an entry here in the how to say student table, and that result in an entry in users tables also without an issue. But when we try to create a teacher or even parent, that fails. So I needed to break that connection. So the code on the PHP side was not the issue. It was the how to say the link in SQL itself. So how can I share with you that? Let me try to show you exactly um, how that was the case. So if you allow me here, again, I apologize. Due to the changes in the project, I was not able to follow up. Who created this specifically? So you see here, you see this command here, alter table users, we add a constraint. And this constraint, we name it like that. But I cannot recall that I ever dealt or created that constraint with that name. So it is a foreign key. We tie the associated ID with what? With that student table and with the ID in the student table. So it only works if you try to insert something in the student table and then insert an entry in the user table. But if you try to do that with a teacher or parent and then you come to insert inside the user, he will not accept that you tie this to other than student. He doesn't allow. So I needed to remove that totally. I needed to remove that constraint totally. When I remove it, it works. Every other code works. I mean, I didn't change much in the PHP. I first suspected that it was my antivirus that is blocking the MySQL, because sometimes the antivirus can cause how to say, weird behavior. But then when I try to investigate more, I come up with this error. So one of the key thing again, okay, let me just try to share with you also one of the key things that I use as a help to help me troubleshoot the issue. So first of all, are you able to follow up, or I'm speaking so fast?
Yeah, I'm able to follow.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. The point here is that I needed this kind of if checks. So every time I do a connection or something, then I need to check for errors, and then I need to die with a message. If I don't die with a message, I actually don't know. I don't know what's happening in the code, because PHP got executed and stopped somehow, and I never know where it stopped. So actually, this is okay. This is what was added before. But the thing that I always added and really helped me to know what is the real issue is this code, this two. So I added these lines in the student dashboard. I added them in the register. I added them also in the login, and I will show you how. So here, this is before. This is when you are preparing for a select statement. This is a SQL statement that you put it in a PHP. So I say prepare, and then that is stored in this variable, and then I check if this variable actually at the end got something or got null. Sometimes if it is not true, it means that it's null or even false. So it means that this failed. But when it failed, it's not important just to know it's failed. It's important that you get the error. So this is how you get the error. So it means that the application will stop if this got nothing inside, and it will tell you what is the error. And if you know the error, actually it is a matter of a few minutes, then you are able to fix it out. So typically what happened with me is that I normally fail here. The error is a code typically failed on this line, and this line does not really indicate much to me. So before you come here, use the this STMT variable to do the binding, and then execute, and then bind the result, and then fetch, and then close. So this is all operation in MySQL. So before I do that, I need to make sure that this actually got something. This actually got tying or a statement or a SQL statement that he can execute. So if this does not contain anything, none of those will work. So I need to know upfront, and normally the error happens here. If this was not, sometimes there is a mistake. You find TPL student, for example, or even you are trying to access a column name that does not exist. So this is the kind of error that I so far faced and tried to fix. This is almost the 4 errors that I have seen during, I mean, you specified to me 4 errors that you're facing. So far I have tried to fix that 4 errors. Okay. So let me see, let us see together. So I would say, if I okay, last time somehow we failed somehow here. Okay, so I managed to do that. I managed to actually insert that, and I managed to also insert the corresponding Naim Daniel here as a teacher. And I told you, so if you see here, the associated ID is 16. And if you go to the teacher here, you will see that the teacher ID also is 16. Can you notice that?
Yeah.
So they are tied together. Again, like I explained to you, that was a constraint in the MySQL, and I already removed that. So it is okay, it is fixed. So what I need to do is that maybe I just need to export to you the MySQL, and then you replace your MySQL table exactly under this name. Just be aware that I also noticed one thing. I noticed that some of your files is actually not accessing this FYB database. I'm not sure who called it FYB, but maybe you. I have no idea. But
No,
I just
it's me.
so okay. So I followed exactly yours. So what I did, I make sure that all the files, the login, register, student dashboard, teacher dashboard, all have access to this. And I would share with you what kind of entrance I need to add. So, okay, let me try here. So sometimes okay, you need to make sure that this always, you have this always here. Okay, if you don't have it in place, then if you try to access the MySQL, this line, at least line 18, then it will fail. So like I told you, this was DB learning, DB underscore learning. So it was not what FYP database. So you need to make sure that every file have this. Can you see that? So all of them have this FYP. And the username and the server name is same and the password is empty. So you see here the register also got the same exactly. Is that clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. So teacher also exactly the same, except that, yeah, it's here. So all of them must follow the same way. You are accessing the same database. Okay. So that is one note that I saw from some of your codes, because you told me that somehow you are not able to access the student, how to say, the student dashboard. So at the moment, the code, if I pass you the code, you are actually able to access the student dashboard. But there is somehow checking or some tuning needed. So the tuning needed where, let me just share with you. So can you see here? No, you didn't see yet. Wait, I need to share with you. So if you see here, you will see that I notice some of the dashboards does not have this menu. So I added this menu to everything. This is, if this, you see this file, this is the student dashboard file. So actually, but you did something here. I mean, you already have a menu above, so you don't need to really create another menu here. That's my guess. Or at least maybe you can remove that logout here. So that is something that you have to actually confirm and check. Okay. So, but from the login point of view, we are able to create a user. We are able to actually log in, and I already created a dump data for you. So when I give you the database again, you will find some data is appearing to you. What is the available lessons and so on. Okay, that is one thing. Second thing is you need to also make sure that, I mean, what kind of menu items appear to who. So that is something that you have to investigate more. So this is how to say, functional design rather than technical issues. So this is not a technical issue. Then if you want to actually remove, so you are able to search the word stuff in your code, in the code of the student. So let me share with you here. Okay, we go to the student dashboard. So far, am I failing to make you understand anything, or are you still able to follow up?
No, I'm still able to follow up.
Okay, so, okay, if I remove this navigation, give me a second, please. So if I remove this navigation, it will actually remove somehow, you see here, I put home, stuff, student progress, activity, and log out. And then, I mean, there is also a navigation here. That take you to the lessons, to the student dashboard again, to the logout. So you have to see what actually you need to see here in the student how to say, in the student screen. Is it just you don't need any of these navigations? So maybe if we remove that, so if I remove that navigation,
Actually, I need the progress navigation for the students.
You need.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, that is but then if you, I mean, you have
But
to
I could just put the second on the progress in the second.
It's your choice. It's your choice. Okay. So what you need to tell me also, especially after this class, once you receive the files from me, and I will try to immediately send it after the class, once we finish the class, or even I can do it during the class. So what's the most important thing to me is that you tell me as fast as you can if after changes you have done that something is failing, or you need a new screen, for example. Then I try to help you with a new screen. Okay, that's one thing. Second thing is you also told me. Okay, no, I need to, before we keep moving from one thing to another, I need to confirm with you that we are able to actually, let me see here. So this is a sign up, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to use the same Naim Daniel. I would like to actually maybe create.
Sir, is it possible if I do a drop down for the role, for each role, maybe? So it's easier, so you don't have to type it out. Is it possible?
Don't focus. It is possible. It is possible. But I mean, I think the time is running out from you. If I'm guessing
Okay.
correct.
Yeah,
So
time's running out.
yes, then I need to make sure that all the screens have no technical issue first.
Okay, sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you are able to make it easier. Yes, but if you make it easier at the register, and later on when you want to show them activities or this kind of thing, then you are not able. Then that will be a big bad situation.
Okay.
So,
All right.
so focus on the important. I mean, when the time is limited, we need to focus. So, okay, I would like to say this is not Naim Daniel. This is Naim. Give me another name.
Kamil, Naim Kamil.
Sorry again.
Kamil, Kamil.
Kamil, like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we try as a teacher first, and then I put X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3. And also, okay, so, okay, when you register a user and you see that you got the login screen, it means that it's okay, it's working. What is the proof? Okay, the proof is here. Let me share with you. So if we come here, this is the register a user. So if I register the user and, okay, you see here, so this is an if statement. In this if statement, I do not register a user inside the user table unless I have the associated ID not null or null. So it means that if it is not null, means that I already inserted in one of the teacher table, parent table, or even a student table. So inside each of this if statement, so if the role is teacher, I'm inserting into, where is the teacher table? Here, teacher table. If the role is student, I'm inserting in the student table. If the role is parent, I'm inserting in the parent table here. Okay, so when you insert in the parent table, for example, you got the result is an associated ID. So you got an ID for the entry in the parent table. And you use that in the foreign key in the user table. So if this does not have a value, it's still empty, I will not do in the insertion. That's one thing. Second thing, after I do the commit, means that I push all the changes in the MySQL. I need to finalize all the changes. So I make a sleep for two seconds. Okay. And then I do this, I direct to the login. So if you see the login, it means that the data have been entered in the user table. If you don't see the login screen come to you, then something is wrong. So now let us try to log in. Daniel, we use that Gmail, and then we use the password XYZ123. So I say login. So, okay, that is the screen that you're going to get as a student or as a teacher.
As a teacher.
As a teacher, yeah, sorry. We register Naim Kamil as a teacher. So that is, okay, that is data I already inserted as a dump data. So student progress, it means that lesson completed, exercise attempted, average score, student name, score ID, and so on. So look at that and you tell me what else, what kind of help, other help that you need from me. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay, now the teacher table is done. Teacher dashboard done. Student dashboard done. The register is done. And also, of course, the login is working. So let me also share with you because okay. So just now we inserted Daniel Naim and then Naim Kamil, right?
Yeah.
And then also it is inserted here in the users table. Okay, this is the email and he's the teacher. And if you see the ID here, you will see that it's 17. Okay. So far the code is working. Now let me go to another part that I try to do. Okay, you told me as one of the requirement, let me, okay, so view activity. So this view activity, you actually told me one issue about the view activity. You told me that you are not able to access the CRUD, which is
yeah, I can access, I can create the activity, I can view the activity, but I can't delete the activity that I want to.
But there was, I'm just surprised because there was no table for activity.
That's done. Okay.
I'm just surprised. From the file, the FYB database, there is no. I actually created that, so I was surprised how you can actually talk about any activity when there was no table about activity, unless.
I think I picked up the wrong table. I forgot to import the wrong one.
So okay. Anyhow, I created that. I created a table for activity based on what was based on the PHP file that you provided to me. Okay, but again, if you need any more adjustment, so you have to let me know. So activity, actually, what is the purpose of activity here? What are you trying to show?
It's actually supposedly the exercise table, but changes to the activity table. I think I actually got it mixed up. I got it mixed up for a while. Supposedly the activity is supposed to be part of the exercise table.
Okay.
So then the activity shows so the activity shows the activity that the teacher assigned to the students.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think I got it mixed up in another table. I've been doing few
No
was-
problem. No problem. It's okay. Just yeah, don't panic. No problem. So I still okay. Again, look at what you have at the moment. So I already also put dump data inside the exercise table, inside the lesson table. I also put dump data because I mean, what is the point of seeing an empty file that got nothing inside? So I needed to see some data. And I also put some dump data inside the score here, okay? And the problem is also that this is what I saw. So the score was not linked to any student. So you got a score ID, lesson ID, exercise ID, but this can, I mean, you got all this information about the scores, lessons, exercises, but actually, surprisingly, that was not tied to the student. It means that you got a score here, you got 8 score, and you got it submitted. Okay, fine, but for which student? That's one we never know. Why? Because there was no column that point out to which student this score belonged to. So I added this column. Without it, I'm not able to know. So okay, not like that, but I was not able to inside the teacher. Let me see. So can you see here? So the student progress, I'm able to say student name and the lesson completed and the average score. And I also able to mention the student name, and I'm able to link him to which score he got. So how I do that? I do that by, of course, using a SQL query that connects both a few tables together. Okay, let me just share with you. Again, don't focus now on. I mean, if like you told me, they will not ask you in details about the code, but most probably you will focus on the functionality. This is what I understand from your previous discussion with me. So I would say, so can you see the code? This is the one fetching student progress. So the first table that appears on the teacher dashboard is because of this query. So this query is doing joining. It joins a few tables. It queries the student, and then it join with the score table, and then it join with the lesson table. So what is the result? Result that I am able to see student name, lesson completed, exercises attempted, because again, the exercises is in an exercise table. The lesson is in a lesson table. The scores is in a score table. How can you mix all those with the name of the student? You need to collect data and join data from different tables. So this is how it's done. So to be able to get the table that you are seeing, okay, this table, we actually need to access many. So this is from the student table. This is from the lesson table. This is from the exercise table. This is from the score table. We link them all together by IDs. The student table have an ID. The score table have an ID. The exercise table have an ID, and the lesson table have an ID. We connect all together using IDs. Details, I would say, leave it to the last thing. Focus that the appearance of your code or the project or the pages is okay. Focus on that first. Okay, so most probably you need to polish some of HTML looking pages, or even add more. Again, if you need help, just let me know. But you have to be specific, because again, I believe that the next class will be almost our final class. So you need to be specific so that I really fix your issue exactly as you require. Okay? Is it clear?
Yeah, it's good.
Are you getting panic from what I'm saying?
A little bit, but no, I can manage. It's okay.
Okay. So okay. I actually I know I have no intention in getting you panic, but yeah, of course when the time is running, then I also don't want you to face difficulty alone. So that's why I'm trying to yeah. Yeah, maybe I need to make you relax a bit. Sorry. I
No, it's
apologize for
okay.
that.
It's okay. It's okay. It's
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So like I told you, let me see what else I need to share with you. Yeah, I already told you about the three things. So again, if you're talking about activity or exercise, decide what you want. You need to add buttons like add, edit, delete, or something like that. So if you need that, just let me know.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Um, yeah, I think that is the best I can explain at the moment. I would say that I will try to export the whole database now just to guarantee that um, export. Okay, it's not big, so okay. Actually, I'm just okay. We have inside. Let me just share with you, please. Give me a second so that we don't send you a bigger file than usual. I believe the sample level is actually too big. I mean, is it part of your project, this sample level? I don't
No,
think you are
I don't
using,
think so. I don't think so.
so I can just remove that because that will reduce the size of the project. Let me try to, yeah, that is a big file.
I think you could just like, what's it called? Compress the file and then just give it to the WhatsApp. I think it's
Yep, this is what I'm trying to do. Yep, it is now manageable. So I will, okay, yeah, it's 2 megabytes, so it's not big. Um, okay, I mean, I apologize. I also, yeah, um, I am in a situation where I'm still in a hurry due to some family requirements. But of course, I know that you are in a in a hurry, so I will try my best to arrange it in necessary time to finish what you need. So just let me know. I will try my best to assist you as much as I can. Okay?
okay. Sure.
Okay. Yeah, so please accept my apologies. I mean, I didn't mean that to be late, but believe me, I was, yeah. I have some family commitment that got me tied up so bad that even in the last 15 days, actually, sleeping pattern even was not took up for anything. But okay. Anyhow, yeah.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
Okay. Okay. Did you have a chance to do anything about Java?
Yeah, I did. I
Okay.
managed to settle the homework most.
Okay, please share with me. So what was the issue with this code? Or is it this code is actually running?
Yeah, this course actually wrong.
Okay.
So the issue for it. So the issue for the code, let me open the questions. So there's a few issues for the code. So the question is that the code was supposed to remove the punctuation, all the punctuation marks from the end for the given paragraph, for this one.
Okay.
And then, but it contains a few bugs and logical errors.
True. Yeah.
So the first error that I caught is that, um, where's my notes? So the first that I caught is that the improper use for substring, so that it takes the starting index but returns substring from the index to the end of the string.
Okay.
So, and the substring, it always returns the substring of the character of the paragraph, but it doesn't return the what's it called, not a single character, so it doesn't detect the character from the paragraph.
Okay. So can you show me how is it running first at the moment?
Okay, sure. So this is the test paragraph.
Okay.
Then now run, it will knock out all the punctuations.
Okay.
So I just use an if statement and put in the punctuations that I don't want inside the paragraph, like the what's it called, the question mark, the nokta, and the what's it called, the is that a hyphen?
Okay.
I forgot what's it called. So I use the if else statement, and then I use the paragraph substring I from the end. I count the string from the end, from behind.
Okay. Okay. Can you remove? Okay. No. Come here.
Okay.
If you add this after here exactly. This is why I suspected. Okay. So we are able to remove here, but we don't remove here.
Okay.
So it only remove whatever at the end of the paragraph, but not in the middle.
So it did because he didn't detect the middle.
For somehow, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So okay, let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Uh, can you comment? Can you comment here this break? Okay, can you try to run? Interesting. So you don't even get that this is Daniel. You almost remove it totally. Okay. Okay. Okay, last question that I'm going to ask you here. Can you go up? Okay, do you understand what this loop is doing? Because here we're starting from the end of the loop. Sorry, the end of the paragraph.
Yeah.
Not really, not really the start. And you see here I minus minus and I bigger than 0. You notice that?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Okay. What's the difference if we try to adjust back? Are you able to reverse back this? It means that, are you able to start from 0 and make the condition stop when we reach the paragraph length? Is it possible? Or it will be difficult?
I'm using this code because it's part of the questions they gave me. But if I want to start it at 0, maybe it's possible. Maybe it's possible. Okay.
But if you want to start at 0,
Okay.
yes. And you have to adjust the condition. So actually it doesn't do anything here. So what I want to say that can you change this to less than or less than paragraph length without equal? So at the moment it have to be bigger than 0. Now make it less than, remove the 0, put paragraph dot length. Okay, try to run, please. Okay, did you put anything here in the, this is Daniel, after this is Daniel?
No, I didn't put anything.
Yeah, can you put, or even question mark, just to see if they really remove something from the end? Okay.
No, it didn't remove.
It didn't remove anything. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I discover something at I make a substring and then I take Okay, can I ask you something, please? Can you make a print statement?
Well, for the
Okay, so I want you to make a print statement putting this part here. And I want you to make another print statement that take from, so first do this print statement, put this in a print statement. Inside here, under here. So you can copy that. Yeah. Okay. Make another print statement under the same line, under 11. It's exactly the same. Okay, that's good. Okay, then I want you to change from this 0, make it I plus 1 only. Just put I plus 1 and remove this. Yes, and print, please, and run, I mean. Oh, it doesn't print. Are you sure you're running the?
Yeah, I'm sure my the code.
It doesn't print at all. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Go up, please. When we changed the code, it seems that it breaks somehow. Um, from I equals 0, I, okay, less than I plus plus, and then, okay, and we check here, current, okay, put a print statement here, please, and write in, just write inside it a text string before if, just like that. And then remove this portion, yeah. Remove this, yes, totally remove it. Yeah, I mean, this thing. Okay, run. I would like to see if we really, before if, this is a test paragraph. Where did we write that? Where did we write? Okay, out of bounds for length 24. Where is the error? Can you tell me the line of the error here? 12? 12 is where? Yeah, 12 is getting you an error. Mm. So definitely if you reach the end, okay, comment that line. Okay, run again. Before if, and you never entered. This is a test paragraph.
Is this one maybe? Okay, system base.
So, okay, let me share some code with you, please. And from there, you stop sharing. Let me share some code because we have taken some code that's supposed to actually help us. Okay. No, not this one. Yeah, this one. Can you see this code?
Yeah, I can see the code.
Okay, so and this code search is actually trying to remove spaces from a file, from a paragraph, right? And what we are trying to achieve at the moment is that we are trying to remove these marks and dots from the end of a paragraph, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I would say one of the possible ways is that let me see. This can remove spaces. So if we adjust that, we are actually able to okay. Are you able I believe you have wrote this code before.
Yeah, I wrote this code for last class.
Okay, so are you able to copy the exact code, but say instead of removing spaces, say you remove question mark. So you remove this part and you write question mark, remove question, okay, and you put M like here like that. And then instead of searching a space, you put here question mark and you put here question mark. Are you able to do that? So you write, it means that you will copy the same function, you will just do this little adjustment to it and copy it to the same file that we are trying to work on.
Question mark. All right. Yeah. I'm done.
Done?
Yeah. Wait. Substring. Yeah, yeah, I think I'm done.
Are you able to share your code with me? Okay. Where do you think we are able to actually call this? So can you go to the main? Where is your main? Okay. So this is your main. And okay. Are you able to call this function here? And you pass it your paragraph and see if it really remove your question mark? So you make a print statement first. After inside the print statement, you call remove question mark, and you pass it your paragraph in the middle. I mean, you can pass this variable. Okay, now, yeah, try to run. Okay, I would say that um, so it seems that we was able to actually remove the
Yeah,
question
remove
marks.
the and at the yeah, remove the question marks at the end. Yeah.
Okay. One more thing that, so this is a helper function that actually we did and it's able to help, but we are able to make it general. Okay. Go down here. Okay. So I would say I don't want to make this function really only remove question mark only. I wanted to remove anything that I want. So I don't want to fix question mark here. I want that to be variable. So beside this, I put, so I take two inputs. The function take two inputs. One is str, which is the function that we would like to actually clean it. And another string, we say maybe string what? Maybe string ch. So beside this, you add this string ch by using a comma here. Yes. Good. And then instead of specifying the question mark here, just put ch here. So remove all the double quotation, put ch, and do the same here. Okay. Now let us try to check if the change that we have done can really work. Go up. Okay. And instead of, so now he expects two inputs. The first input is okay. Make a comma. Okay. And then put in double quotation, exclamation mark. Okay. And run. Does it work?
Yeah, it works. You remove the what's it called?
Exclamation mark.
Explanation mark. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. So it means if I call this remove question two times, one when I pass it this exclamation mark, and another time when I pass it question mark, I'm able to actually clean all my code, all my paragraph, right?
Yeah.
But how you can do that? Are you able to do that?
I could put n an end statement like this inside.
Mm,
Is it possible?
no, no, that will complicate the code more. So I would say, that, okay, first first time you call this paragraph and you choose maybe exclamation mark like that. And then you return the result and you call it also, you save it inside paragraph using the same name. So it is or you can even call it a cleaned paragraph. So it means that you call that, you store that inside clean paragraph. So can you do that after the print statement? Actually, is that clear, or without a print statement, just copy that? Yeah.
Paragraph.
Yes. And then you copy all this here. Okay, remove the extra. Yeah, that's good. But you have to define this as a string because maybe it's not defined before. So you need to put a string here like that. Okay. And then I would say put a print statement. So take this print statement, put it here. This one. Yes. And remove that or comment it.
What? This one?
I mean, this, comment it. So this cleaned. So it means that whatever cleaned without question mark that got stored here, I will pass it again here and remove the exclamation mark. So it means that I call this remove question mark 2 times. One time after I cleaned the question mark. Second time, I will try to clean the exclamation mark. So if you, okay, I want you to print that. Can you print that? Can you run and see what is the result? Go up. So, okay, you actually tried to clean this and this, but do you see now what is appearing to you?
Yeah, the question mark.
You still got, even
Yeah.
though you already call it here and it works before. We already tested it. So
Yeah, but I
that
think because I didn't call clean paragraph here.
yes, exactly. So you need to make use of the previous step. Okay, yeah. So now just by calling this function 2 times, you already achieve what you wanted. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let us move forward. Can we?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Okay. This is a difficult code. Am I right? Did you write the is palindrome in the previous class?
Yeah, I wrote it in previous class.
Okay. So can I ask you something, please? Can you remove the for loop and run without a for loop? So I would like you to actually call this palindrome, but the string that you pass to it is only of 2 characters, PP, AA, NN, and so on. And I would like to see if you are getting a result as true or false. Can you check that?
Can you repeat again?
Okay. At the moment, this is palindrome is designed to work with strings that is more than 2 characters at the moment. So it will check if the first character is the last character, and then second is like the one before the last, and then the middle we check is it yeah, so there is no duplicate for the middle, so it will remain the same. But my thing is, I would like to clarify to you that if we only have a method that got 2 characters like that, PP, or a string here that is only PP or AA and or NN, we actually don't need the loop anymore. So that is why I will just want you to comment that loop, that for loop. So you don't need the loop if your string is only 2 characters. Is it difficult?
Wait, so you want me to what's it called? So if the characters has only two, then it doesn't have to go through the for loop. Is that it?
Yes.
Mm. Okay. All right.
Did you do that?
Not yet. Yeah. Should the string for the current and the opposite still intact, or do I to command the for loop entirely?
So just comment only the portion, the part of the for loop only the for loop. And then there will be an issue that appear to you, which is the I, the value of the I, because the
Yeah.
value of the I is tied to the for loop.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay, so since we only have two characters, so we can define an integer I equals 0. That's it to make it work.
Okay. All right.
Okay, now can we call this method and pass to it PP or AA or NN and see if it return true or false?
Yeah, it returns true.
Okay, if you pass A and A small, it will return true or false?
Return false.
Okay, good. Are you able to put a print statement and see what is the string in the current and what is the string in opposite?
In the The current is the big A, the opposite is the small a.
Okay, are you able, okay, what do you think if we put A, X, A, do you think it will return true or false?
Again, what's the
If we put the string that we pass to the palindrome, A, X, A, do you think with this code it will return true or false?
it will return false.
Okay, can you try it and let me know?
Yeah, it returned false.
You sure?
Yeah, it looks like it didn't detect the X.
Okay, so I mean, okay, what is printed in the current and what is printed in the opposite?
The printer in the current is A and the opposite is A small.
No, I asked you to pass this. Actually, are you able to see what I'm writing on the screen?
Yeah, I'm able to see it.
So this is A capital, X, A capital.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Thanks, A. Sorry. Yeah, true. Sorry.
Okay. And of course, the current and opposite is both A capital. Am I right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So again, what do you understand from this code so far? What this code is trying to do in, I mean, these two lines.
The code is trying to find that if what we enter substring is has what's it called? A double double same character.
Yes, you choose the correct word for it. Yes, correct. Yes. And this code would only work for a maximum of three characters. Am I right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, if you put 4 characters, would this code work?
Yeah, the code will still work. But the last character, you only read the last character instead of
So if
you read,
if I pass MA, so it means that it will detect that this is not a palindrome, right? So it will only detect the M and the A,
and A.
and it will ignore whatever in the middle, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so it simply means that only these two lines is not enough to actually check all the characters together. If we only have a maximum of 3 characters, this code will work. If we have more, then we need a for loop. Is that, I mean, does this make sense in your opinion?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, so I just would like to highlight to you that this code with the for loop is not efficient. Why? Because this loop actually, so if the length, let's say, if we're talking about a word that is called madam, and we try to check if this is a palindrome or not, we know that the index of M is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Typically, on every time in the loop, we check this and this. And when the I keep increasing, we check A and A and A. And then we should stop in the middle. So this middle should mark our stop. But if you check your condition here, this loop will keep running until the I reached what? Until the I reached 4. So the length of this is actually 5 characters. But since the last letter is 4, so the highest value for I will be actually 4. And then we stop the loop. But in reality, this does not make sense. Why we need to run until I equal 4? Actually, it is just more than enough that we stop when I equal 2. Why? Because we are checking M and M, A and A. If there is anything else that we need to check, D, you got nothing else to check it with. So once we reach the middle here, you got nothing to check anymore. You already checked these 2 and these 2. What else you want to check? So your for loop, to be efficient, it have to actually adjust this condition not to run until the end of the string. It should end once you reach the middle. So this is how this code actually, the best way for this code to or efficiently to work. So you should choose length divided by 2. So if you have madam, which is actually 5 characters, so you divided 5 by 2, it gives you 2.5. But actually, length is an integer. So when we divide it by 2, it will actually give me 2. So once I is less than 2, we will stop. We'll continue running until I is less than 2. Once it reaches 2, we'll actually stop. Because if you see here, this is 0, 1. Let me put another color. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Once we reach here, we don't need to do any checking anymore because the D, you got nothing to compare it with. And when you reach 3, when I equals 3, you actually compare what? You compare this to this. But you already do it here before. You already do the check between these 2 before. And you already do the check between these 2 before. So it doesn't make any sense that you recheck them again. Once you reach the middle of any string, you should stop, because if it is a palindrome, you already know it. If it is not, you also should also know it before you check the whole thing. I'm not sure if my explanation is clear to you or not. Did I manage to make it clear, or it's confusing?
So let me understand this, that if it's a palindrome, then you will have the same character between the first and the last character, right? Correct?
Yes, but not
Yes.
not only the first and last. It's every 2 opposite characters should be the same. So M and M. A and A.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so can you adjust your for loop to make it like that and see if it works or not?
Mm, it works. It actually shows the the current statement is M. I used random as a string.
Okay.
It shows the two character of M for the current in the printline statement, and for the opposite is a two character of A, and the answer is true.
Okay, so if we write, okay, let me just say this. Let me see. Sorry, I apologize. We should be here. So I think you understand. Let me put this here. If you understand that if we write civic, this is also the same, right? So this is considered a palindrome, right?
Yeah.
Or rotor. Also, this is considered a palindrome, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So, okay now. Okay. So we move to the next. Yalla. And we have done this exercise before. So let us move to these nested loops. So far what we have run together is actually one for loop. But in many cases, you actually need to run more than one for loop, especially if you want to run a complicated list of data, which means that it is not 1D rather than 2D arrays. So far what we have done is that we look at 1D array like that, 0, 1, 2, 3. But 2D arrays actually have columns and rows. So, okay. So again, we start here with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. So you I mean the rows, this is the number of rows. If we say how many rows we actually have 4 rows. If we talk about the number of columns, so we have 5 columns. So in these cases, you cannot do this, you cannot access all this data here just by only one for loop. It's not enough. One for loop can be enough for a 1D array like that. But when you have a complex structure like a 2D, we're not going to take it at the moment, but when you have a complex structure, you need a 2D array. When you need to print something like that, you actually need 2D arrays. So why? So okay. First of all, when we are here, so this is responsible for the rows. The first loop is responsible for the rows. The second loop is responsible for drawing the columns, which means that the number of stars in each line, the one who really printed out is the inner loop. And the outer one give me the variety of creating multiple lines with the stars. I think it's confusing. Is it?
Yeah, a little bit confusing.
Okay. If I ask you to write the first loop only, which is this for loop, okay? And I want you, so you write this and this. Don't write this or this. Can you? Is that easy or difficult?
Yeah, I can try. Okay, I should not write the second for loop, right?
Second for loop means
Means that the J for loop.
can you repeat again? Sorry, I didn't understand.
All right. I wrote the I for loop.
Mm-hmm.
Should should I not wrote the J for loop or should I leave it out?
No, don't write the J for loop. Just
Okay.
only the I.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell me what is the output that you are seeing?
I can only see the rows, 5 rows.
5 rows. So it means that and every one of them have only a single star.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so it means that the first for loop will be only able to produce for you a single star at each line. Am I right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. If we want to add more star to each line, we need to add the second loop. So now I would like you to add the second for loop and see what is the effect. So you can, yeah, I mean, you can write it as it is now.
Okay. Um, okay. If I don't put the what's it called to the system update line to end the line, it just wrote me the what's it called the straight row for loop all until the end.
Okay, so it means that this got executed every time we complete this for loop, we print a new line. Am I right?
Yeah, correct.
So Okay, and again, how many stars you got at each line?
Um, right now, I think it's 10 maybe.
10, yes, 10. So if you reduce the J here and put it 2, will that make it print 2 stars only?
Yeah, we'll make it print 2000.
Okay, so again, what I want to say that um, you are never able to print this kind of shape without 2 loops. Am I right?
Yeah, correct.
So for every I, for every single I we have, so we have 5 rows. Why I know 5 rows? Because it is from 1 until 5. So 5 rows. And at the moment we have 2 columns. So you will never again, like I told you, there is no way for you to print the number of columns like that without the second loop. Am I right? Is it confirmed?
Yeah, you're correct.
Okay. So if we adjust or play with the for loop, with the condition of the for loop, we are able to achieve a shape like that. So this is a triangle, right?
Yeah, it's a triangle.
And it starts with 1 star and it keep increasing, does it?
Yep.
Okay. There is only a single change that we have done to the second for loop. Look at this and look and compare it to the previous code. So it is exactly the same loop, the same 2 loops. I only changed the condition here. And we know that the second loop is responsible for the number of stars on each row.
Yeah, you're correct.
So the trick here, if you can notice, that every time the outer for loop run, so we will start with I equal 1. And then the I will keep increasing until it reach 5. So every time we run, we start with a small I number, and then we increase it to 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. So when you put the condition that you want your J is to be less than or equal I, but the I value is not fixed, the I value keep increasing. So your I value start with 1. That's why you see the first, this is I value, and this is your first star. You only see 1 star because it only, this inner loop runs only for 1 time when I equal 1. When I equal 2, this inner for loop runs for 2 times. When I is equal 3, the inner loop runs for 3 times. Why? Because you are changing the condition where you actually print this. So this inner loop is responsible for printing these stars. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, the maximum I value is actually 5. And the maximum number of stars that you can print is actually also 5. If you increase this to 6, you will find you'll be able to print another line with a star here.
Yeah, because it keep increasing the increment.
Yes. So can you please write this code?
Already done.
Already done. Wow, so fast. Okay, good. Okay, and did you notice what's happening? Any comment on your side?
Yeah, it keeps increasing downwards to the numbers that to the number that I set
Okay,
in
so
I.
okay, if you change I back to make it 5, will this be produced or no?
No, it will just be like it will create what's it called, like a box.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so it's clear. That's
Yeah,
good.
it's fine.
Okay, so Daniel, you told me that our next class will be on Thursday. Am I right?
Yeah, on the 6th.
On the 6th. Okay.
On
So,
the 6th. Yeah, on the 6th.
okay, that's okay. So so when is your discussion on the project? You say,
Discussion on the project on the 18th February.
and okay, so you still have some time, right?
Yeah, I still have
Or
some time.
okay, but don't wait until the last moment, because I myself also cannot guarantee my time sometimes. So as much as fast as you can, when you have any questions or any how to say requirements that you want to achieve, write it to me as fast as you can, please.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Okay. Any other questions that you want before we close that?
No, at least when is the last I should send to you?
Um,
As
like
fast as possible.
yes, yeah. I mean, if you give me 2 or 3 days before our class, then that will be great. Also, that will give me chances to choose the correct time, because certain days I'm a bit pretty occupied, and then other days I'm sometimes free. So I'm you give me the ability to actually have choose the correct time to really think about your requirement and give it some time. So I don't become in a hurry. Okay.
Okay, sure. I can do that.
Okay. Yeah. Good luck. Huh?
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye.